Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see how we can write multiple subqueries in where clause. Multiple subqueries are used when we have to query on multiple things that are not readily available in the current table. Let us take a small example and try to understand this. We have a problem here that we need to fetch the list of employees who are working from Seattle. Let us consider three tables: employees, departments, and locations. For simplicity, I have considered three columns in each of the table. So let us see the first table, employees data. It is having the employee ID, first name, and the department ID. The second table, that is the department's data, has again three columns with the department ID, the department name like finance, HR, IT, and the location ID. The third table, location data, has the location ID, the location name, and the postal code. Now let us go back to our question. It says we need to fetch the list of employees working from Seattle. So from where we can fetch the list of employees? From the employees table. But in the employees table, do we have location information? No. In the department table, do we have location information? Yes, we do have the location IDs. But we do not have the location name, that is Seattle, in the department's data. So we can get the name Seattle from the locations data. So Seattle has the location ID of 1700. Now let's go back to our department's data. Now let us see which all departments are present in the location 1700. We have two departments, finance and administration, with the location ID 1700, which is equal to Seattle. Now, let's go to the question. The list of employees working from Seattle. So, we got the Seattle location ID. We got the departments in the Seattle. Now, let's see the people or the employees working in these departments, finance and administration. So, finance has a department ID of 10. Administration has a department ID of 60. So, which employees work in departments 10 and 60? We have 4 employees. That is Nina, David, Bruce, and Diana, which works in department 10 and 60. So, finally, our output will look like this, which has 4 employees that are working from Seattle. Now, let's go to metadata and try to write the query with a larger data set. So, first, let me see all our three tables. The first table is employees data. So let me do select star, that is all the columns, from our employees data table. Let me run this query. So we have all these columns, that the employee ID, the first name, last name. We are interested in department ID. Now let us go to the departments table. Select star from the department data. Now let us see this. So here we have the department ID, the department name, manager ID, and the location ID. We have plenty of departments and plenty of location IDs in which that department is present. Finally, let's see our location table. That is select star from the table name, which is locations data, which should have the location ID and the street address, the postal code, the city, the state, province, and country ID. Now our question is, we need the employees from Seattle. So let me see the city Seattle. We have the city Seattle, which is having the location ID of 1700. Now let me write the query to fetch the location ID from the locations data table. So how can we do that? By using a where clause. So let me write the query. Select location ID from our locations data table where our city is equal to Seattle. Now let me run this query. Now see, we've got 1700. Now our next step is we've got the location ID. Now we will fetch the department ID. Why? Because in employees data, we do not have the location ID. So we cannot fetch data directly from the employees data based on location ID. Hence, we need the department ID and then we can use department ID in the employees data. Now let me write one more query. Select department ID from the departments table, which is department data table, where the location ID is in 1700, which we got from this query. So I will write this query. Now let me run this query, which will give me the department ID. So it has given me all these departments. All these departments are present in the city, Seattle. Now we need the employee information. For that, we will need data from the employee table. Select star from employees data, where department ID in the entire subquery which we just wrote. Okay, so let us run this query. This is the list of the employees that are working from Seattle. And how did we use the subqueries? In the where clause, first we use the subquery for the department ID. To get the location ID, again we used a subquery from the locations data. Now again, just to summarize, we have seen that why do we use multiple subqueries in where clause? When we need data that is not readily available in our current table. Well, good. In the next lesson, we are going to see how we can use subqueries in select. Thank you.